Born to run, baby. Born to run. Welcome to the De Leon.
Well, hello everyone. This is Rob De Leon with the De Leon Hobby Garage. And as you can see, finally I've made it into this garage after like the last 2.5 weeks. So I've been very, very busy at the other house. I've been doing some paint work. I've been doing some repairing and cleanup. And so I'm probably going to finally be able to say I'm probably 2 weeks away from finally moving up here permanently. So until then, I'm probably just getting a couple of hours per week playing with my stuff in here. And as you can see, I'll see if I can pan over here. The slot car track is still not anywhere ready to be run. I still have a little bit to work on it, and then I can go ahead and set it up. So we've got the cars ready to go, and actually I've kind of been doing some collecting of HO cars. I've really gotten into HO for some, I don't know, maybe it's a nostalgia thing. The 132nd, I have plenty of those, probably more than I need, but I'll just show you just a couple examples. And these are kind of new old stock, or maybe they're used, I don't know. I pick them up on eBay. I found this one here, which I believe is a Tyco. I don't think it says, but that is they call it the Pro Stock. That's a 57 Chevy. And I'm mostly getting cars for drag racing, and I think I want to build like an oval track for like NASCAR. So I found this NAS truck, and I think this is a Tyco as well. Those are two vehicles I found, as well as this old school NASCAR here. I believe this is another Tyco. And another NASCAR. And then I've got a couple more here. I haven't actually opened this one up. This is an Auto World. And as you can see, that's the Cale Yarborough, number 11. This, I think, was based off of an old AFX body. So I really dig those colors and the shape of the body. So I've got that one there. And then finally, I do like the older 80s through 90s F1. I don't know exactly what year this one is, but I have this one also in the 1/32nd scale as well. But so those are a few of the cars, and I think those are going to also be NASCARs and stuff like that. But anyway, we're not here to talk about slot cars today because I don't have anything ready to go. I've been here for 2 days at this house, but I wasn't able to get anything done yesterday because there was the local, they call it the Mariposa Butterfly Festival. And so it's kind of like a fair atmosphere where everything is butterflies, because that's basically what lives in this town. And so they do it yearly, and they also incorporate a car show. This is the first year they decided to have motorcycles enter. So I thought, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Let me go ahead and enter my motorcycle. So I'll show you a picture here. Anyway, I had my motorcycle there. People were kind of interested, and a lot of people didn't know what it was because it doesn't look like a traditional Harley Davidson. But I did win an award, and I'll show you a picture of that here. And I'm kind of excited about that, but it's sort of tempered excitement. I got best motorcycle in the car show. Problem is, I was the only motorcycle entered, so nobody else showed up. I think everybody else was afraid of the rain happening. We had threats of rain, and actually during the show, it started to thunder, and we felt just a little bit of raindrops, and that was it. There was nothing more than that. So we lucked out. I didn't have to ride the motorcycle home in the rain, because that is one thing I cannot stand doing. You get soaked, and it's not just water. You get soaked with dirty water that floats up from the tires and stuff in the ground. Anyway, enough about that. So today I spent the day on the riding lawnmower, and I wanted to cut the grass down just far enough so I can see if I can run this guy. And this is the Team Associated Rival MT10, and they call this the version 2. Apparently there was another version before this. And it is a very basic 1/10 scale 4-wheel drive monster truck. And so I got this. It was on sale very cheap. I don't know if they're clearancing these, but I decided I need another basher. Most of the stuff I have on the wall back here, a lot of these are trail trucks or crawlers, or they're scale monster trucks. Not really made for bashing and stuff. They're kind of made for doing scale tricks and things like that. This one's supposed to be a basher. Although I'm not going to bash it today, I'm going to take out a couple of ramps and just run it around, just basically break it in. The one thing I've already done to it, because this was an RTR ready to run, it came with its own receiver in this little box here, and you do have to use the stock Team Associated controller, which is kind of a cheap controller. And I probably have a bin of about 20 to 30 controllers below me right here for all the various ready to run cars that I purchased. So the first thing I wanted to do is get rid of that receiver. So I added in a 5-channel Spektrum receiver. The reason why is so I can run my own controller, which is this one here. This is the Spektrum, and this is the DX5 Rugged. So this is a 10 or no, I think it's a 20 model memory. This is a 20 model memory radio. But what's most important is I have my GoPro mount on here. And so you can see I have a mount that's 3D printed. And then at the bottom, I have my GoPro. And the reason why I use this is because you can get down really low to the surface level when you're filming. And it kind of makes for some better action than if you're filming up top. So, especially for the crawling stuff. Now, I've never done it for faster vehicles. So I'm just going to probably get that battery charged up and take it out, maybe put a couple of ramps up and just kind of give it a once over. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to send it or anything like that or try to do a 20-foot jump because it is cold outside, which means if it's cold, you're probably looking at plastics being a little bit more brittle. So we thought we were going to have some heat today, but it basically, I think, of a high of 69 or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and let this battery charge, and then we'll put it in here, take it for a real quick run, and that should be it. Other than that, I'm probably about another additional 2 weeks from moving up here permanently. So right now, when I'm up here, I probably get maybe an hour or two inside this garage. And so as you can see, there's a lot of things that are not completed yet. My workbench is kind of where I want to keep it for now. I have my motorcycle sitting right here in the garage, but it's not going to be here permanently. Eventually I'll have to move it out to another garage here so I can make some room, put some other shelving in here so I can display some stuff. It's been a very slow process. I haven't had enough time to come out here and get anything done. And so, unfortunately, that's just what I have to deal with. You know, time is of the essence. I'm trying to get things done right now before it gets too hot. And I'm not going to want to be out here, but I'm not here every day. So anyway, enough complaining about time and weather and stuff like that. Let's take this thing out for a run and see what it does. Battery.